When people think about diversity, oftentimes they think about categories like race, gender, religion, sexual orientation, which is often called surface level diversity or variety diversity. The diversity that matters in organizations include all of the social identities that we typically think of, like race and gender, but they also include what we could call sometimes deep level diversity or separation and disparity diversity. And those are things like the positions that people have, the different values people bring with them to work, the different opinions and attitudes they have, as well as different levels of the socially valued assets and resources that many of us try to attain. Things like income, things like pay, prestige, status, and power. So those are all valuable types of diversity that we should bring to the conversation when we think about workplace diversity. We know from decades of research that under the right conditions, diversity can lead to positive organizational outcomes. And this is the case because diverse groups actually work harder and they work better to prepare themselves for the task, and they work harder to integrate the diverse perspectives that people bring in that group, such that these diverse perspectives actually lead groups to being more innovative, more creative, and better able to solve complex problems at work. So why is diversity important in the workplace? Well, we spend most of our waking hours at work. So for me, when it comes to workplaces, I think it should be all of our goal to make sure that our organizations are more inclusive and fair, not just to reap positive organizational outcomes, but simply because it's the right thing to do. Oftentimes, the question is raised as to whether diversity is good for business. And really, when people raise that question, they're mainly talking about racial and gender diversity. And this is often called the business case for diversity. Now, I know why the business case for diversity exists. However, I personally think it's a little offensive, and I hope that we can move past using it as a starting point when we talk about workplace diversity.